Hi, in this video we are going to do the part 7 of the HTML5 and CSS3 coding for the web design project, and this is the list of suggestions how we should use this video. And this is where we start. We are almost done. We reached the footer section, and all the code for this video can be found on this web page, which is shown here. Okay, and I already have my file opened. Continue from our last video. So we have finished the section, and we move on to the footer. Okay. So let's look at here. We have probably 1, 2, and 3 rows in the footer. So let's start with the first row. The first row should be R10. So let me put R10 here. Okay, and obviously we need to put a CSS code for that. So R10 is 14 pixels, but with a top border, so probably that makes it 16. So R10 will have a height of 14 pixels. Let me change the. I don't think I need to change the background color here because the border top actually show you what it looks like. Alright, so you create a border top and 14 pixels here. So that makes it 16 pixels. Okay, and the next thing we are going to do is slightly more complicated, which is R11, which probably will include a link. So let's go back to index and do R11. R11 should have 3 columns. So let's do without the column first. I'm going to change the background color to white so you can see that we're actually creating something. Okay, so there's our R11. Let me get rid of this. So it looks normal. And it has 3 columns. The first one would be R11C1. R11C1, and it will have probably 40 pixels wide. The width is 40 pixels. Yep, and flow left, of course, and I have to change the background color to white to make us see it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so that looks good. I can get rid of the white. And I'm going to create C2, C3, C4 and C5 at the same time. C4 and C5 at the same time. And I'm going to put in the width for C2 now, which is probably 410 pixels wide. So C4, R11, C2, R11, C2. Okay, let's do R11, C2. Put it here, and we make it white. Okay, that looks good. And C3 will be should be this one. So C2 was 400 something. I think I changed the width a little bit just to adjust the in between here. So the width is slightly different. So let's look at C3. So C3 is good. And then C4. And then C5. C5 should, let me try to show you. See what it looks like. I probably have to ask him to flow left. Yep, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to ask him to flow left. Okay, I can get rid of the background color. Okay, so good, so far so good, but let's do R12 first before we go back to create the links. So R12 is the last guy. Here in the footer. And I'm going to, I may not need to change the background color. Let's see how. Let's have the border bottom. Yeah, probably I don't need to change the background color, but let's just see what it looks like if I have the background color as white. Okay, that's good. So I can delete this. Alright, we are almost done, except that we need a couple of links here and we need a copyright message. Okay, so the link obviously is in R2 because that's the second column. Yes, that's in R2. So we're going to create a couple of links here. And I'm sure you know how to create links, and I'm just going to put in the text. Okay, it's a very lazy way of creating links. Instead of using CSS to do formatting, I'm just creating some particular lines. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And you don't really like it, so you want to change the link formatting. So I'm going to go and create a class, I think, called footer link here, and change the link to something smaller, size to something smaller, and I'm going to attach that to here. Okay, so the font size is smaller now. You can use the same Same thing to do. You can use the same approach to change the color or get rid of the underscore, things like that. Okay. And obviously, you know all these links, what it means. You go to adult. Of course, eventually it will be PHP, but if you want to test HTML, you can change them to HTML first. And you may want to consider changing the PHP right now, because if you're coding PHP by now, you should decide that this is going to be your platform. Okay, and then obviously the copyright message is going to be in C4, because that is the widest. Width is pretty good. So I'm going to create a copyright message there. Again, it's a little bit too big, and I want to align this to the right. Obviously, this 2025 is the year, and you should use a PHP or, for example, a server-side language, a PHP code to generate that instead of hard coding here. But that is not the purpose of this project, so we're going to leave it to later. To the programmer to do it. So we are going to create another CSS class. So 11 font size, 11 point font, and alignment to the right. So we push that to the right, save it, and attach this to here. And that will move it to the right. So we more or less finish everything. Of course, the next thing we're going to do is replace this with an actual drop-down navigation. Okay. And that is a good place to stop this, and thanks for watching. The next video will do the navigation. That's the end of this video.